Hello and happy holidays to everybody. It is the December edition of our newsletter. And I was just going to do a meditation for you guys, except for that trying to download the last one was such a hassle. Doing it in the form of a podcast that I was like, I'm just going to make a video. So you guys get to see me again this month. So I tried to figure it out, but it was like very complicated. So I just want to start off this month with saying that out of regard for anyone who doesn't necessarily celebrate Christmas, you don't have to do this meditation. This meditation is just about unpacking gifts. And we're going to get there in a minute. But what I want to talk about was, and I am going to share, so I celebrate the holidays, and I wanted to talk about some memories just to kind of get you in the zone. Some of my favorite memories around the holiday season. And I'm going to pick Christmas to kind of mention a few, but then I'm going to mention some others because I want to kind of get your mind flowing, if you will, of other ideas. It doesn't have to just be a physical gift experience that we can utilize for this meditation. And so I want to talk about when I was about a sophomore in high school. I had just this incredible Christmas with my family. And one of the gifts of my life has been that I was the baby in a very blended family. And so I had this like awesome blend of incredibly busy Christmases full of siblings and nieces and nephews and this incredible energy. And very often in the morning as I aged, I was actually with my mom and dad by myself. So we would get up, the three of us, and do our gifts and things like that. And then everybody would flood over and it would be this whole big epic day full of food and games and laughter and sharing presents and just awesome joy. So the sophomore year that I'm referencing was particularly sweet. It was right before my family went into a whole series of really hard, horrible, traumatic things that occurred. And so it's sort of my last sweetest memory without having all of that energy attached to it. And I think it's probably why it resonates so deeply with me. But I just remembered opening thing after thing of being really surprised, genuinely surprised by what I was being gifted. And I think my parents gave me one or two beautiful rings that year in my stocking, which was like a huge gift for a stocking. So I love it. I still have them. And so they're down in my jewelry box, safely stashed away someday for my daughter to have. But I love them so much. It was such a beautiful memory. But my favorite piece of this story was that I really desperately, oh, this is going to age me, but it's okay. I'm going to roll with it anyway. I desperately wanted a leather bomber jacket from Express that year. That was like the thing. I don't even know. I wore it for like 3 years. Like, I don't even know. But I wanted this jacket. And I'd gone through all the gifts, and I hadn't gotten it. And I was like, that's really weird, because typically my parents were really blessedly able to give me most of the things on my wish list. And the last gift under the tree, legitimately, I don't know if my mother planned this. I don't even know. It was like literally way in the back underneath in the far back 40. And I pulled it out and opened it up, and I'll never forget, it was like the best gift to open because it was literally the last one, and it was probably my very favorite thing on my list. And so there was just this pure joy. And you know what I'm talking about when you've been gifted something, and it can be, sometimes I think childhood is a beautiful place to start to go back for this because we are less tainted with hardship as children. Mostly, not all of us, mostly. And so I think it's a beautiful spot if that's the case for you, which is why I think I naturally went back there. Another favorite holiday of mine was when we had a cabin in Wisconsin, the west side of Wisconsin. It was just a cabin in the woods, small cabin. And Chloe and Zach and I went, and I think she must have been about 4 or 5. And we stayed for like a week or better there, and it literally snowed and snowed and snowed. And we went outside, and the weather was beautiful to boot. So we literally built like igloos. We slid down the side of the cabin, like went to a ski hill that was like defunct, like it wasn't even open anymore, and slid down this huge hill on this beautiful toboggan we got in that year. Like just these beautiful, incredible memories of my family, my young family being together, and how much fun we had, and just this really, again, almost insulated memory. Do you ever have any of those where you just like, it's like magical almost? It takes on magical proportions. That's kind of the two things I wanted to share from you out the gate about a holiday. But I want you to think bigger than that too. So for those of you that maybe don't celebrate the holiday, I would have you think about things like maybe if you met your partner for the first time, when you met them. Maybe it's the day you got married. Maybe if you have children, it's the day that you gave birth. It could be so many, maybe it's meeting somebody for the first time after years of talking to them and virtually and never meeting them and getting to finally see them in person. Dating someone long distance and then finally getting to see them for some reason that just really brought you together. So I want you to really imagine for yourself this idea of joy and cheer. I'm going to bring it forward because it is the season a little bit. For me, this is one of the areas of the year that I really send energy towards gratitude and gifting, but being mindful about that gratitude and the idea of gifting and what that means. And here's what I want you to think as well outside the box, friends. Gifting doesn't have to be a physical package. Today we're going to visit it a little bit that way, but it's only really for a symbolic reason. And what I want you to imagine is that your gifts come in the form of time and memories and laughter and shared experience and moments, right? So in energy, like we want to think outside the box because I think we can get very stuck this time of year, all of us in the hustle and bustle of getting things and feeling like we have to give things to a whole bunch of people, and it can be very, very stressful. And this can also be a tough time of year for people. So I want to be very clear. I understand this is not right. So that's why I wanted to kind of make this practice more open, if that makes sense, than this just really narrow, it is Christmas. It is a time of year we're coming out of Thanksgiving, being grateful. And so now, like, what do we do with that, right? So I love this idea that I think gifting is like an action. It's not an action of like a physical thing, right? It's an action of so many things that we can do that to show up. And so I want you to think about it that way as well. So I just want to put out some thoughts on joy and cheer. We've been through a really, really tough whole series of months. Obviously 2020 is just, I think many of us are ready to like close the door on that one. But I want to say that, you know, we can still embrace beautiful moments and experiences, even despite being in a state of stress, if you will. So with that, we're going to get into our meditation. So I welcome you always to take a comfortable position that can either be seated with a nice tall spine, legs on the, kind of legs out in front of you. If you're in a chair, you can do easy seated pose. If you're actually just somewhere where you would rather take a seat and cross your legs, or you can lie down, like whatever feels good to you today, whatever you need, whatever your body of the day or body of the moment needs, then let's just respect that and get yourself comfortable. As always, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze and not watch me, because I am not going to be doing anything fantastic, I promise. I should just do one of these videos where I make random faces throughout the entire thing, even though I tell you guys I don't, and see if anybody catches me. It could happen, I'm just saying. But just get yourself comfortable, slowing the breath down for a minute, right? Just starting to really kind of come into an awareness, that heart center space, noticing the breath with an inhale and exhale in and out through the nostrils. And for this moment, focusing on exhaling a little bit longer. You want to elongate that exhale. Pulling that breath down into the belly. Nice big inhales and exhales. Just coming into our space together. So 2 more regular breaths here. Exhaling that elongated breath. And now what we're going to do together is take 3 audible exhales. This is my favorite. So I want you to imagine as we do this, before we get into it, I want you to imagine whatever tension, whatever stress, whatever vibration you might have going on in your day or your body that feels not useful to you. I want you to imagine exhaling that out with each breath a little bit more deeply, allowing that to let go and allowing that release. Okay, so inhaling in, nice big belly breath, exhaling out, releasing the stuff that's not serving you, inhaling in again, exhaling it out. This last one, I want it to be your best breath yet. So inhale nice and deep into the belly, filling that space, and audible exhale that out. And just sitting here for a moment, eyes closed or soft gaze, just feeling any transformation with just that breath. It's so easy to call in a quick exchange, a transformation, if you will. And returning to that just easy, even breath. And so now imagining yourself sitting in a warm and comfortable space, your ideal space for peace and comfort. In your mind, just create that space while you inhale and exhale here. Visualize your perfect space for peace and comfort. And as you inhale and exhale in this space, imagine a beautifully wrapped package in front of you. The most beautiful package you have ever seen. Taking in the texture, the color of the paper. If there's a bow, a tag. Really seeing that beautiful gift sitting right in front of you. And you might notice the anticipation inside you, energetically, that fun anticipation of a gift in front of us. And just breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. And now gently placing your hands on top of that package, removing the top of the gift and peering inside. And as you peer down into the box, you see memories as they rise up out of the box, as if a movie is playing before you. In this space, calling up the felt sense of joy and cheer, moments where you felt completely present and full of radiant happiness. Seeing those memories on that video screen where you felt this type of joy. Really seeing it here in your mind. Experiencing the sounds, emotions, sensations, smells, and taste of that set of moments. Again, feeling that felt sense, joy and cheer. Seeing the gift of that moment, that memory. As you inhale and exhale here, placing that felt sense in your body, every single cell full of joy. As you witness and honor those memories and moments. Some of them could be holidays, birthdays, and some could just be momentous events. And allowing those memories and moments just to flit across the movie screen. Pausing to really re-experience them for a moment, if only for a second. Taking the time to just reflect and enjoy these moments. And just like this, for a few moments as we breathe here, I want you to just recall and pause and experience. Recall, experience. Just like that for a few minutes more, calling up those memories and moments, gifts of joy, cheer, happiness. Inhaling and exhaling, fluid, even breaths, in and out through the nostrils, as you just remember. Pausing here to just allow the felt sense of joy and cheer to be present in your body. What do you notice? How does that feel in your body, in your heart? Bringing that awareness to the present body as you inhale and exhale. And now as you peer into that box, you see a red satin pillowy inside where you intuitively know that you are intended to place your gifts. And in this place, here are the wishes you have for yourself, the ones you love, and the world at large. Beginning with the wishes, intentions, and gifts you would like for yourself, your life, calling them up, and as you do, place them gently in the box, lovingly and reverently. As you breathe here, inhaling and exhaling, calling up those gifts for yourself, symbolic or material, placing them inside the box. Now taking a moment here to send your wishes, memories, and love to those you love and cherish. In your mind, creating symbols for those gifts, or just placing the thoughts in the box as you count them off. One gift for whomever you'd like to send it to. A second gift of something for someone else in your life or the same person. Just counting the gifts in your mind's eye, adding a symbol or a thought, and placing that inside that beautiful red satiny space inside the gift box. Just like that for a few moments more here. Again, counting the breaths as you inhale and as you exhale, placing those gifts inside the box, counting them as you go, with a gentle and smooth inhale and exhale. Now, pausing here, packing up gifts, wishes, and intentions for others. See and feel you giving those gifts as you place them inside the box. Thoughts, intentions, wishes, and placing those inside the box as well. As you inhale and exhale, gifting wishes and intentions. And now imagine your wishes for the community where you live, the state where you reside, or the world at large. Creating wishes and intentions for all of those people, and now gently placing those inside the box. It might sound like I am sending something blank to whomever, wherever. Whatever comes from your intuition is exactly the right answer, and just allowing that wisdom to come forward, inspiring you to send out those wishes and intentions as you place them inside that beautiful gift box. Inhaling and exhaling. As you peer into the box, here are the wishes you have for yourself, the ones you love, and the world at large. You can see and feel the joy, the love radiating from the box as you pick up the lid and gently place it on top of the box. Once again, seeing that most beautiful gift in your mind. And as you pick it up, imagine that you can gently place it inside your heart space, where it will be accessible anytime for you when you need a reminder, a reset for joy and cheer, as a motivator for sending love and joy, and your memory on how to receive gifts. Stowing that gift inside your heart space and seeing it surrounded in light as it radiates cheer and joy. And now in your mind's eye, slowly beginning to come back into your space and your body, ever so gently wiggling fingers and toes, feeling the sense of the body where you are seated or lying down as the breath comes in and goes out as you breathe in love and exhale joy. Breathe in love and exhale joy. Breathing in love, exhaling joy. Inhaling love, exhaling joy. And taking a moment to let that sense vibrate through your body, radiating out, imagining how you will take this gift into this next month. See yourself using this gift whenever you need it. And bringing chin to chest and gently fluttering the eyes open, fully back in your space. And I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. You can join me if you'd like. The teacher and light of joy honors the teacher and light of joy in each of you. Sending you a blessed next month. Namaste.